Hey there, Sagittarius. This is your reading for the first week of December, the 1st to the 7th. So I've started us off, by flipping to a random page in my spirit animal book for you. And for this week, we are getting the gorilla. So the gorilla talks about a need for clear, concise communication. After all, Mercury is retrograde at this time. Definitely a good idea. It's talking about respect being very crucial at this time. Not only the respect for yourself, but the respect you give to others. It's also talking about a time where a teacher is going to step into your life that is going to be very knowledgeable and helpful, and they're not going to be pretentious. It even says the words, they are unpretentious. So I like that. Who likes a pretentious teacher? I don't know. Anywho, it's also talking about you might be experiencing heightened clairaudience. So definitely listen closely for any signs or messages coming through. It's also talking about this encouragement of helping out the environment around you. So if you're going out for a walk, pick up some trash, make sure we're not littering, things like that, right? We love our animal friends. So I'm going to press onward for us with the rider-waite, just giving them a quick shuffle before I draw cards. Now I do read intuitively, so I never know how many cards I'm going to be pulling until the end of the reading, basically. So we're just going to go with the flow and have a fun time. Okay. Perfect. All right, and once again, for the first week of December, for our Sagittarius friends. So we're starting off real strong with the King of Pentacles. So you are looking very sturdy in your way. You are financially sound. Things are looking really good. There's this abundant harvest around you. You're reliable. And you're very, very much respected. You're money connected, solid, strong. And these grapes here talk about this hard-earned skill that you have cultivated in order to help with this harvest. So I really like that. Now this brings us to the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups talks about choices. This guy here, he's got all these choices in front of him, and he's kind of unsure of what to do. So this kind of and not only that, these cups are kind of sitting on this cloud. It talks about illusion. So that's definitely something to look out for, is making sure we are making informed decisions. Like, if it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. But if this is like choosing a home or something like that, definitely a good idea to get a second opinion or something like that. Our gorilla spirit animal had kind of talked about a teacher coming in, so that might be something to think about. I don't know why home came up in my mind, but that's just an example. So next up, we have the Knight of Cups. So it's almost like you've kind of stopped for a second, you've considered your options, and there you are with the cup. You're moving forward. And I really like how this looks. Like, the Knight of Cups is talking about fortune, advancement, it's salvation. Salvation probably from a little bit of confusion here. So I really like that. And this individual is, they have a lot of maturity that they've got under their belt. However, they are still learning. They're still willing to learn. So I like that. And then that takes you to the Queen of Wands. You're sitting there empowered. You're on this throne. You are looking quite happy, and you don't care what other people think. And I love that for you. However, because I'm once again thinking about the gorilla spirit animal, talking about respect for ourselves. She's got respect for herself, and she also has respect for those around her. She's a good queen. I love that. So next up, we have the Five of Cups. Oh noes. So there's been this disappointment that's happened, right? Like, we're focused on what we've lost here. We're crying over spilt milk, so to speak. It happens. However, if you were to just turn around, there are two perfectly good cups behind him that are for him. And if he were to turn around to these two cups waiting for him, he would notice this bridge and this pathway in the background that leads to a castle. So, not focusing on spilt cups is going to be very important here. Not focusing on the bad, but turning around and using the good things that we do have. And it looks like you do, because you're charging ahead. It's like you turned around, you found this path here, and you're charging forward with significant speed. I really like this. It's like nothing's getting in your way right now. The path is clear for your action moving forward. You're focused. Your goals are being obtained, and you're successful at this time. I really like this. You know how to harness the energies that you have. You're harnessing those two cups, baby. Okay, moving on with the Pulp Tarot. Once again, it's for our Sagittarius friends for the first week of December. Okay. One more shuffle. Okay. Whew. I just always make a mess out of these cards. I'll just set them aside. Okay. So, looking prosperous, sturdy, strong, reliable, wealthy, and skilled. There's a need of making a choice. There might be a little bit of fog to cut through, but you do it. You're charging forward. You've got your cup, and you're ready. You're very fortunate, and you're forward advancing, and fortunate indeed, happy, empowered, and you're not caring what other people think. Love it. Then there's this little bit of disappointment here, a slight hiccup along the way. However, you're turning around and you're carrying on this journey, moving quickly with the Chariot. Goals are being just eviscerated. You're killing it right now. Right? Moving ahead forward real quick. But then it's like we come to the Three of Swords. There's been kind of this hiccup along the way. There's this heartache. There's this disappointment. And that's confirmed by the Hanged Man. So it's kind of like you needed to stop because you were moving pretty quick with that Chariot, right? And there was something that happened on the path that needed you to stop you for a sec so you can course correct and think of a better way to move forward. You're obtaining enlightenment. The Hanged Man is kind of this analogy, this comparison to Odin on the World Tree. He was hanging on the World Tree, and that is where he discovered the ruins. That's where he became enlightened, right? So sometimes we need to stop to allow those messages to come in, kind of like our gorilla spirit had told us. We're definitely in tune to messages at this time. Now that takes us to the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is this success, basically. You know where you're needing to give your energy at this time. You're not just like the scales on his hand. He's very balanced and harmonious. He's successful in his business. So it looks like stopping for a moment was what was called for. You needed to just figure out where you needed to be, and you've done that because it's confirmed by another six, the Six of Swords, which is talking about you moving on from choppy water to calmer shores. And the Six of Swords also talks about this need for good communication. She needs to tell this guy where they're going, right? And our gorilla spirit animal had said, good communication is what is called for. And that leads us to the Nine of Cups. Oh my gosh, look at her. Ooh, it's looking a little saucy, just saying. Now, the Nine of Cups talks about, like, this individual here, you, Sagittarius, has had a harvest. And not just one, they've had a couple. Look at all these wine glasses here. Oh my God. Saucy. So, yeah, you've had a couple harvests, and not only that, you're comfy and you're getting ready for another. So I really like that. And then it's confirmed by the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is talking about making a plan. You're going to need to stick to it. And it's not only that, it's like, look at all these paintings he's already got here. He's working on another. He's almost finished. So it's like sticking to a plan is what's called for, because he's almost finished. It's this good work, this hard work that is taking him where he needs to go. I really like that. So moving forward, we're going to use the Quantum Oracle just to confirm and see what else we need to know for our Sagittarius friends for the first week of December. It's been a very fast-paced reading here, though. One more. One more. Okay. All right. I am so sorry about that. All right, moving forward. Starting off strong, looking reliable, sturdy, wealthy, and skilled. There's a need to make a decision to cut through this fog, but you do it. You're charging forward. You've got your cup. You are fortunate and ready to rock and roll, baby. And you do. You're the Queen of Wands. You're empowered. You are respected. You respect yourself, and you are happy. You're looking real good, looking fiery. There's a little bit of a hiccup along the way. We're feeling a little disappointment about a loss we've suffered, but we've turned around. We found the path because we are charging ahead with success and dynamic action. Love it. Then there's a little bit of a heartbreak. There's a situation happening. We need to stop and forgive. And that's what we do. We take the time to seek that enlightenment. We go inward, and it's good to go, baby, because it takes us to the Six of Pentacles, where you are more financially studious, you're sturdy, and you know exactly where your energies need to go. You're not wasting energy on just anything, right? You're giving it to where it belongs. And then it takes you to another six, the Six of Swords. Two sixes together, that talks about with wish fulfillment, which I really like. That is fantastic for manifestation. Something to think about. So, Six of Swords, you're moving on to calmer shores. You're using that fantastic communication, and it's getting you places. It's taking you to harvest after harvest after harvest. You are looking phenomenal. And then it takes you to the Eight of Pentacles. You're doing this hard work, this good work. You're studious, you're diligent, and you're right about to get a harvest. So keep up the good work, Sagittarius. Love it. And then it takes you to intuition and manifestation. I really like this. It's, yeah, you can trust yourself. Our gorilla spirit said you're receiving messages. You are very intuitive at this time. And especially after the two sixes here, wish fulfillment. That's manifestation, baby. I'll stop calling you baby. I'll chill out over here. Now, moving forward, that takes us to our higher self when we're able to trust our intuition and we're manifesting. We are able to open our heart and shine brightly. I love this. And then, oh my God, conflict is coming up. So, I'm wondering if this is inner turmoil or if this is coming from someone else. because it's leading to a decrease. You can see this spring is like slipping through their fingers. So I further confirmed that because I'm like, what the heck is happening here? We were doing so good. This is the problem right here. It's victim mentality in our consciousness. It does happen. When bad crap happens, it's so hard not to be like, oh my God, everything's so shitty for me. And it's hard not to get stuck in this pit of despair, so to speak. It happens to like everyone, right? So, like, if you look at this, this reminds me of the Devil card. He's got, his hands are bound, but he's not tied to anything. Like, this is self-imposed. The Devil card, their chains on the couples are, they're loose chains. They could easily just pull them off and carry on. And that's what's called for. It's almost like there's this, it's really standing out to me, this hourglass here. Maybe this idea of I don't have enough time or something to that effect. However, you're breaking through it and you're achieving a milestone. We got to step away from this victim mentality, this inner conflict, right? That's what I get. Like, he's fighting with himself here. And it leads to us losing the things we love and we care about. It's almost like the water from the 9 cups is just like slipping through our fingers because we're stuck in this sadness, right? Of this idea of I don't have enough. But it takes us to a milestone. We need to be strong. And it might even be called for to seek guidance from someone. Like, if we're in serious peril and we're struggling with our thoughts, negative self-talk, and we're in this negative cycle, therapy is always good. Even sitting and talking to a friend is going to be so helpful right now. So I've wrapped us off by pulling out one more card from my Shaman Oracle for you. You are getting the Shaman of Birth. I really like this. This, to me, it goes so beautifully with the Milestone. What I'm getting is, yeah, you've had this whirlwind time. A lot of good things have happened. There's been some hiccups along the way. But I am noticing there's a lot of issues with how we're thinking and how we're speaking to ourselves. And if we're able to break out of this, yeah, it takes us to a milestone where we can celebrate how far we've come. And you deserve to be celebrated, right? Especially if you put in all this work and you're healing yourself. And it's taking you to this new beginning, the Shaman of Birth. There's good things on the way for you. We just got to get rid of this inner conflict and this feeling like, oh, everything's going wrong, especially because you are manifesting right now. Be careful to consider like what we are thinking about and what we are manifesting. If we're manifesting lack, if that's what we're focused on, that's what we're manifesting, right? So let's change that manifestation to the good things. Let's have a new beginning. I want to see Sagittarius shining brightly. And I think it's going to happen. So I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you have a really good day and a fantastic first week of December. You've got this, Sagittarius. You're special and you are intuitive and you are manifesting. So let's get some milestones, baby. Let's get some money. All right. Take care, guys.